Hey folks, and welcome to They Might Be Racing. Today we're underneath the hood of a 1998 Dodge Dakota 3.9 liter V6, and we're dealing with some idle issues. The first thing we did is we replaced the throttle position sensor, and that seems to be checking out okay. The next thing we're going to do is take a look at the MAP sensor, or the Manifold Absolute Pressure sensor. Now, when you check these out, first of all, after you've removed the air filter, it's right on the front of the manifold. It's got a connector that comes into it, and the first thing you do is once you remove this, you connect the third pin here to a positive lead on a tester. The black you ground out through the engine, and with the ignition on but the car not started, you check for voltage. You should get about 5 volts. Then the next thing you do is you reconnect it and you do a back probe against the second pin, or the middle one, and you should also get 5 volts. That will tell you whether or not it's working correctly. So we've already gone ahead and done this. We're getting good voltage here at the connector, but we're getting no voltage here after the sensor. So that's indicative of the sensor being bad. Generally speaking, the manifold pressure sensor determines how much air is coming through and whether or not the absolute pressure is set correctly. It takes that data and sends that data to the computer, and it adjusts fuel and air appropriately based off of that data. So to get it off, you need a socket with the socket wrench with the T25 star bit connector, like this. And it's got 2 of these little star drives on here, holding it in place. Just loosen them up. This is one of those ones where if the engine is warm, watch your fingers. There's hot bits in here. So you may want to put gloves on. And, sometimes these little buggers, as they get older, do not want to come out. Now the nice thing is if this is a problem on your car, it's a relatively straightforward fix. It's about a 5-minute repair. These are a little on the annoying expense side. This is one of the reasons why I don't like dealing with modern cars and computer systems, because the little sensors end up costing you an arm and a leg by the time you're done. These little guys are about $60 a pop at AutoZone. So you take them off. And what's important is there is a little there's a little vacuum hose in the bottom of this. So it connects, and that's where the pressure reading is taken from. The new ones that they're selling are not packaged with this little guy, so you need to save him. You want to check it for cracks around the edges. Make sure there's nothing in there blocking it. You also want to check the hole here and make sure there's nothing blocking it. You can see this engine compartment's rather dirty. So, here you can see the new sensor. So what you do is you set this on here, like so. Of course, having it the right orientation would help. Now, what I found is easiest is when you set this back in place, if you stand over on this side of the car where the cameraman is, you should see the point that you need to fit it on to. And so what you do is you just press it into place and make sure that it slides on to that nozzle. Oops, sorry. As I step on my cameraman. And this little tube sometimes interferes with the fit. You'll wiggle it a little bit. So you slide that on. Once it's slid on, it should mostly hold it in place. Then you simply take your screws, remount it, now as you're tightening it up, you want to kind of stop periodically, or stop when you're done, and just eyeball that little elbow and make absolutely sure that it's seated correctly. But basically, you tighten these 2 guys back up, you reconnect, and then you are done. So I will let you guys get back to fixing your car while I tighten these up over here. Talk to you later. Bye.